and welcome back to my channel. This is Zuzana from coachzuzana.com, and today I have Aga with me because we're going to talk to you about how to set and achieve your goals.
So the end of the year is approaching very fast, and I feel like there's nothing more motivating and empowering than to start the new year with a detailed plan of action.
And because there is so much to know for you to be able to actually achieve your goals, we decided that we are going to split this video into parts. So in this week's video, we'll talk to you about what to consider when setting your goals, and in next week's video, what we're going to tell you is actually practically what to do step by step, and we're going to give you a success driving framework for you to be able to figure this out on your own.
Let's roll! So you promised yourself last year that this year is going to be different. I'm going to be more adventurous, I'm going to read more books, I'm going to go to the gym 5 times a week, I'm gonna be so fit and so hot, I'm going to find this dream career path I always wanted to find. Or maybe I'm going to start my own business. Then it's December, the end of the year is approaching, and you are like, what happened? Where did the year go? Like, what am I gonna do with my life now?
So does that sound any familiar? Because I believe any of us can relate to this,
Totally.
And we've all been there at one point or another in our lives. So what do we do to make this year different, right? So how can we actually improve our life for better? Now, I believe there are 2 things that we need to consider. First of all, what is actually behind a successful goal setting? And the second of all, we need to understand what is the mechanics, like how to design our goals so we actually stick with them and achieve them and we execute them with joy.
So let's start with a very quick definition of what an actual goal is and what it's actually not. So, things like, if I could finally get my own house, I wish I could start, my own business. I would get my butt off the ground and I would go to the gym all the time. I will finally be happy. But then what it actually is just wishful thinking. It's a fantasy because it's not defined, it's not tangible, it's just talking. So basically, just to show you a difference what an actual goal would look like, while this is a great starting point, it is things like, I want to own a 2-bedroom apartment in London, in Soho, let's be ambitious here, by spring 2020. Can you see a difference here?
And another thing that you need to start thinking about is the big picture. So you need to have a bit of an idea where you want to go with your life. And you may be saying to me, well, but I really don't know what I want out of life. But I can assure you that you want to have a fulfilling relationships, and I want to assure you that also you want to have a place where to live, right? So there are already a good things to start off. So think about, where do you want to see yourself being in the next 5 or 10 years, just a vague idea. But for example, if, as Aga said, you want to live in Soho in London by 2020, you need to now think about, okay, I now really need to start looking at the property prices. I really need to start thinking about how much money do I need to make to be able to afford this, and maybe do I want to share this place with someone? I need to look at mortgage options. So now you can actually design a proper plan, right? So an action plan for you to be able to achieve that. So you start with a big goal, and then you are kind of backtracking and designing the next 5 years based off that goal.
You're simply breaking it down into small pieces which are much more digestible, and this is something that is going to be your plan of action. To set goals which are motivating for you and are going to create a desire for you to pursue them day to day, you need to really understand all the whys behind. Why am I pursuing that goal and not another one? So a great point to start is to make sure that your goals relate to the highest priorities in your life. And how you can get there is to answer a couple of very simple questions. So things like, why do I really want to achieve that goal? How will it make me feel after I achieve it? What kind of doors will it open for me? What kind of happiness is it going to bring to my life once I get there?
What will happen if I don't achieve this goal?
And a crucial one for me, like really crucial one for me and for a success, is to answer this question. Am I really willing to put in all the hard work to get there? Am I? It's a hard one. And just to sort of wrap up, just to make sure that you can actually make the goal work, you need to have the sense of urgency. So you need to think about it like that. I must do it here and now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, not next year. Here and now.
And another thing that you need to be able to understand to achieve your goals is that your goals have to be aligned with your core values. So for example, if you are trying to kill for the perfect career that you think is going to bring you, I don't know, more happiness, more wealth, whatever, but your top priority is your family, you will experience lots of resistance, right? Lots of conflict within yourself. So you really need to be clear on what your core values are, and if your values and your goals are congruent, this is when you're going to actually achieve your goals. However, if they're not, you'll have a lot of difficulties and a lot of procrastinations to try to get there. So now that we're talking about it, I'm actually thinking that I will prepare a video on how to identify your core values, because it's an important piece of a puzzle for you to be able to achieve your goals.
Creating a goal without a detailed plan of action is just wishful thinking. So it's a complete and utter waste of time and energy, and I repeat this from the bottom of my heart. It's a waste of time.
It really is.
And energy. So you really need to think about what kind of steps do I need to follow, break it down into digestible next steps, and action them. You know, action is all about the action.
And another thing that there has been a lot of research done, if you want to achieve your goals, you have to write them down. It will make them very real and very tangible. So there was this Harvard research study that says that the 30% of their MBA graduates who actually wrote their goals down after 10 years of graduation made 10 times more as the remaining part. You see, it pays off to write down your goals.
And you don't really want to overwhelm yourself with too many goals at the same time, as let's just face it, it's hard. So what I would suggest is for you to focus on your 3 main goals and create something that is literally, I've been following for like the last 10 years, I think, which is like a goal card or a motivational board, and have it with you where you can see it every day. And I'm not kidding, every day.
You need to remind yourself of these goals every day. This is what will actually make you achieve them.
So I have my motivational board at work next to my desk. I don't care what other people think about it. I genuinely don't care. I look at it every day and I know that this is the direction I'm heading towards, and I know what to do. Otherwise, it's very easy just to forget and lose focus and lose the direction that you are heading towards. So the chances of achieving your goal are getting slim.
Very slim.
We have just created a Facebook group called How Do I Say It? And I'm gonna leave a link to it down below, which is focused on helping you with communication of the very difficult or challenging topics to help you accelerate with achieving your goals and to help you hold you accountable for achieving your goals.
So basically it is about you coming to the group and asking us questions, saying, okay, how do I express that I'm not happy with the situation, or how do I share negative feedback, or whatever else is there is bothering you, and we will come back to you with the exact sentences or phrases to use that will help you achieve whatever it is that you need the help with achieving.
So the whole goal is about making your life a little bit easier and basically stress free wherever possible.
This is it, you guys, for this week's video on goal setting. If you have any questions or comments, please pop it down in the comment box down below. If you like this video and found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to get a notification about when the next video is up. And as always, be kind, stay positive, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Listen to me, hear me. You can't stop chasing your dream just because somebody in your life won't chase it with you. You can't stop believing in yourself just because somebody in your life won't believe in you. You can't stop chasing the dreams of your life just because when you do it, you're going to have to do it all by yourself.